Hello, and welcome back to LearnSBOM. I'm Matt, and today we will be looking at the SBOM Audit tool from Anthony Harrison. SBOM Audit is a tool that runs in a command line interface that reports on the quality of SBOM contents through a series of checks. For SPDX SBOMs, the tool supports tag value, JSON, and YAML formatted files. For CycloneDX files, SBOMAudit supports JSON formatted files. Before installation, SBOMAudit requires Python version 3.7+ in order to operate, which I already have on my device. To install the tool, you can either use pip or you can clone the repository and install it using its requirements text file. For this demo, I will be installing through pip. Pip install SBOMAudit. The repository recommends using a virtual Python environment for this tool, especially if you are using multiple versions of Python. You can install a tool called virtual env with the following input: pip install virtual env. You can then set up a virtual Python environment using the following input: python-m venv. You can then activate the virtual Python environment using the following input: venv/scripts/activate. We can check that SBOMAudit was successfully installed and working properly by checking if the help message will output using the following input: SBOMAudit-h. We can now see the help screen for the tool, which includes all possible flags that can be used. Let's generate a quality report with SBOMAudit. To do so, we need to indicate the input file for the tool. You can either change the directory path to a folder with an SBOM file or specify the file path in the command. SBOMAudit also offers an example SBOM for use that would just need to be saved to your device. For this demo, I will be using the example SBOM given in the tools repository, as well as sample SBOMs that have already been generated. I have already redirected to this folder that contains all these SBOMs. We can specify the file path with the following flag: SBOMAudit-i. Since I already directed my path to the folder of sample SBOMs, all I need to do is pass the file I would like to test. Once entered, SBOMAudit outputs the report, along with the number of checks passed and failed for the SBOM file. This includes the following sections: SBOM formatting, if information for each package is present, if information about relationships between packages and files are present, and if the SBOM is NTIA conformant. Passed checks will appear in green, while failed checks will appear in red. There are also a variety of optional flags you can use with these reports that will add, remove, or modify how SBOMAudit performs its checks. If you are offline, where access to external systems is unavailable from your current system, you can use the offline flag. This allows the tool to be used offline, but some checks will not be performed. To set this, you can add the following flag after the input file: --offline. SBOMAudit by default does not perform checks on the SBOM CPE or PURL specifications. This can be enabled with two separate flags. To enable the CPE checks, you can use the following flag: --CPE check. And for the Perl checks, you can use the following flag, --Perl check. Now, for every package, it will also check for a CPE name and if a Perl is indicated. For SPDX SBOM formatted files, the tool allows the user to disable checks for the SPDX license identifier. To demonstrate this flag, I have switched over to an SPDX JSON SBOM file. This can be done by adding the following flag, --disable -license -check. You can also modify what is outputted back in the command line interface. If you want to output every single check that was performed on the SBOM file, you can run the following flag, --verbose. Here, we can see that rather than the main checks, the tool outputs every check that was performed. You can also use the debug flag to display all the flags and checks that are enabled when you run SBOMAudit. By default, all licenses and packages can be contained within an SBOM component. This can be changed, however, with two flags, --allow and --deny. To do this, you will need to create an allow and deny config file. The allow and deny config files must follow the following format, with a list of licenses and packages. Here, you can see that I have already created two config files. The allow file contains a set of licenses and packages that need to be contained within the SBOM, which is good for checking if there are any unapproved licenses or packages in a software. However, the deny file contains licenses and packages that should not be contained within the SBOM, which is good for checking if there are any licenses or packages that may go against an organization's standards. Overall, SBOMAudit is a solid tool that was able to display the quality of a given SBOM file. I do wish the package summary was more descriptive, however, as it does not differentiate between packages that are missing IDs, but the checks it does complete are thorough and specific. They just need to be shown through the verbose flag. The tool also supports multiple SBOM formatted files, and I do hope that it will soon have support for XML files as well. Anthony Harrison also stated two limitations in the tool's repository. The latest version checks are only performed on Python modules available in the Python package index, and that invalid SBOMs will result in unpredictable results. Hopefully these limitations are in active development and will soon be resolved as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out and contact us at LearnSBOM.com.
Thank you for checking out this video. If you really liked it, be sure to check out our other videos right here, and then you can also subscribe right up top here. And again, thank you. Bye-bye.